Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This show is Scanner and Fox. Come back with another episode of Let's Play Crusader Kings 3, the Elder Kings 2 mod, where we're going to continue our run as Whiterun and see what we can't get done here. So the weird thing about this right now is that there really isn't a whole lot for us to go to, because if we go to the right, we have to worry about the rift, and they're pretty strong, it looks like. If you go south, you go into Bruma. If you go to the south west, you go into Sacrator. Then you go into Falkreath, a little bit even more so to the north of that. There's really only one spot to go because we can't really go north either, because I got two big dogs that are just kind of in our way. The thing about this is that this guy might honestly be beatable, because we have Eastern Skyrim on our side here, and I'm kind of curious, is this something that we can actually do here? So let's go ahead and let's look at that. Like, we can't go for a duchy because we're not on our third level of fame yet, which is kind of crazy. I feel like, a character this old probably should have already been there, but whatever. I'm not going to um, fret too much about that. Uh, our wife can actually claim the entire thing. And the thing about it is with that, so here's what happens. I believe the way that this works, which we can't do it anyway because we don't have enough prestige, it's fine. But I think we win that war. If we go to war with them, we win it. She dies. It goes to the son. It goes to our son, because her direct heir. Well, I say that she doesn't actually have any kids with me, which is kind of wild. It looks like this child's mother died quite a while ago. So if we were to actually go to war, win that, she takes it, we're probably her heir, and we then get the empire. So that's an interesting concept that I actually hadn't really thought out too much. Something that I just noticed. I don't know if my character will live long enough to see that though. He's already in poor health. It's kind of bad. The frail thing really hurts. But it's okay. We're making it. We're just going to continue doing what we're doing. We're going to go ahead and fabricate a claim, and we're just going to go for Sun Guard. I think that that's really the only person that we can actually go for that's close to us. I believe. Can we actually go for him? Okay, so we actually can. We don't actually need a We don't need this guy to do this. So we'll actually just religious relations. We'll do that. That's fine. Okay. We'll go ahead and raise our guys. I know they're a little ways away, but I'm not too worried about it. I want to give myself time. I don't really want to go through Falkreath to do it though. That part kind of sucks. And we still have this Liberty faction that is kind of close to our level in strength. Ooh, and these guys are actually stronger than me by themselves, so that kind of sucks. Um, mm, let's see. What do they have in general? Like, what do they have in total? 909. They beat us. Let's just see what happens. Oh, my daughter was died. That sucks. Oh man. Okay, well that's one person down. Who's she married to? Um. Okay, well, didn't I don't think it actually gave us a whole lot. We'll get Frozen Grief and bring down that a little bit. You know what? I just want to be careful with this because we are in the mountains. I'm gonna call in our big boy here just to be safe. I don't want this run to get kind of derailed off of a really poorly timed war on my part. So let's go ahead and let's do this. Let's be safe, and we'll get the prestige back. I'm not worried about prestige really. I mean, it is what it is. You get it back so quickly in these mods, especially if you're pretty good with how you handle things. So I think we'll be fine. Okay, and there we go. And we'll go ahead and we'll just take all their stuff real fast. Oh, we did get the next one. I'm gonna go ahead and get detailed ledger. I don't think we have any republics that we can actually make money off of, but whatever. Still is pretty good. Okay, and then there's the 100% on that. Again, probably a little overkill bringing him in there, but I just would rather be safe than sorry. I didn't want to lose that war off of something dumb. Because if I would have called in the other two and lost, I just would have been more aggravated than if I wouldn't have just went ahead and got those guys anyway. So, change grandson's contract. I'm not too worried about that. Let that be. And now with that, that does give us 5. And I think that we can probably get this guy as well. It does look, but we're going to let our own troops kind of raise up a little bit. And I think what I'm going to do is create another men at arms. So let's actually look at what we got. We do have some house girls, which are pretty tough. 54 is like nothing to be upset about. I think we're going to go ahead and get us another thing of house scars, and I think we're also going to get a thing of ballistas because, yeah, we're going to need those at some point in the future. So let's go ahead and get our house scars up here, and this is the one that doesn't matter as much. We'll go ahead and put them down here. So with that, we could have some pretty decent. It won't just be a regular or like base levies that don't have as near as much strength with just the base 10. We'll actually have some that are relatively strong, and that kind of matters a little bit, especially when we're going to start going into like some of these wars with these stronger nations that actually do have quite a bit of men at arms. These guys are currently defending against. What is this? Just like an internal thing? Okay, well, whatever. Looks like they're handling their business, so not too worried about Western Skyrim right now. Got other things to worry about. So let's go ahead. Building blocks. Okay, whatever. I think the only thing about this is that we don't. It's gonna cost us a little bit to get it to be feudal, which we'll probably do here shortly, but it's not something I'm as worried about. The control being down is kind of what sucks a little bit, so I think that might be what we do. We might go ahead and increase county control of Sunguard, and I think that's what we'll just do. It says it'll take 10 years, but we'll work on it. I'm not, we're no hurry. We got plenty of time. Let's go ahead. I think now I'll go after these guys. Let's go ahead and put our rallying point up here in the mountains. Regardless of it, it's a good defense point, even if they do want to just come and, rush us a little bit. We'll bump that up to 5 speed. Okay, and I think we just win this. I don't think it's going to be tough. Okay, it was. So I was wrong, completely wrong. Hold court. Here petition, just for the line approach. Okay, cool. Not tolerate adultery in my court. Okay. Okay. Nothing too crazy there. Let's call this weaker one in for this one. This one I'm not as worried about. I think we can actually do fine here. Okay. Because we do still have plenty of troops. I'm not too nervous about that part. To have Faithful Blade and Cautious Leader. Okay, well, we're just going to leave that be for now, and we're just going to sit here and wait for our ally to get here with us. Gift an artifact will become owner. Okay, cool. We actually got a little art. We actually got an artifact there, which is really cool. We'll go ahead and put that over here and see what that gives us. That gives us prestige and renown, and tyranny gain is -10, so that's actually really good as well. Just all around really good artifact for us there. And I guess, I mean, there's really no better time just to go for him now. We're 1,500 troops up on him, I believe. Let me see. Hold up 1 second. I don't really know what this guy's doing. Extremely interesting behavior by the ally, but whatever. We're just gonna go ahead and see what we can get done here. And we lost. I don't really understand why the ally there didn't want to link up with me. That's really frustrating. And now we're way down low on gold, which really sucks. Maybe there was a better men at arms that I could have got right there, but it is what it is. Nothing much I can do there. Let's go ahead and get our grandson to give us a little bit of money so we can try and get out of this debt a little bit. It's going to take us a little while, but I don't see us being in any big hurry either way. I mean, it's just going to be mostly like checking to see what this faction does. Um, let's see. Well, the thing about it is like if they go to war with me, I'll win pretty easily. Which I mean, I guess this might be a blessing in disguise because if they go to war with me, I'm gonna win because I have these guys as my allies. So we'll just see what they do. We'll see if they're dumb enough to do it. All right, and they are, which is hilarious. And my character died right as it happened. Okay, interesting. I guess like the word of a civil war just broke his heart and killed him. That's interesting. And this character does. It says is of the wrong dynasty. Um, is he? I mean, no, I don't believe that to be the case. There, I think that's actually just wrong. Oh, okay. So we're gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that right there. Okay. I think that might have just took him some time to actually get that figured out a little bit. The game had to like get back synced up a little bit there. So the problem is now we lost that alliance, which really, really sucks. Let's see if it's one of the ones that we can actually negotiate. It's not, which, again, like I said, that really, really sucks. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get Marshall up here. We're going to do this, we're going to do that, and our total troops are less than theirs, which is fine because we have bargaining chips. We have sons and daughters, which is I think going to work out for us. Okay, and that might be enough right there. I think that 1300 will be really good. We'll go ahead and also marry off our second son. It's an inferior person, but they actually had a really good trait, so that might actually help us out a little bit. So let's go ahead and raise up all of our troops. We'll raise them up in the mountains here, so it's a little bit more defensive for us, even if they come for us here. Okay. And 33, 91 to 23, 41, we should just be stronger. I mean, like, I don't, there's no other better way to say it. I think we just are stronger regardless, no matter how you look at it. We just got to make sure we're smart with this and don't, like, just get carried away. So let's go ahead and jump into things. Okay. And that's 100% right there. Wow, we must have we captured the leader on the very first battle. That's about as that. I mean, that's as good as it gets right there. I don't think there's actually a better scenario for us in that situation than what just happened. So we're just gonna be thankful that we got out of there with pretty good results. I mean, I cannot complain about that at all. So let's go ahead and let's see. Someone just pays a whole bunch of gold to get, I guess, like an empty piece of land and make a castle out of it, which I am not upset about. All right. Okay, I had to sit there and read some of those. I know I was being a little quiet there. I had to like read what was going on, like what's happening with Whiterun. But okay. So I think now with that, I kind of want to go after this guy now. This guy kind of just aggravates me a little bit now, just because I think I can just beat him straight up in a battle now. And it doesn't look like it's going to give us the opportunity to actually go to war. I'm thinking it's probably because our prestige is so low, and we're only on the established fame level. So we do have some time to just sit here and kill. Um, except that we do have plenty of gold, which is really, really good. I think I might. Well, let's actually look at Whiterun here for a second. Is there at the hillside fields? It's probably pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and try to do anything we can to get ourselves a little bit more gold per month because we really just don't have a whole lot, and I think it's going to help us out to actually get some of these things here. Let me see. Is there a way that we can revoke titles? So we're gonna go ahead and do that and get to 4, and then we'll ransom this guy off for 50. Yeah, because we need the maximum amount of land possible. We don't really need to be below the max here because we don't need any more factions to join against us if possible. Okay, so this is pretty good. We can join this lady's hunt. Um, let's do this. Maybe we can get a little bit better here. Um, hmm. I just need somebody to help me. Hmm. Okay, so we're just not gonna make it anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. Okay. Oh well, happens. Oh, it does look like some. I maybe I have to go back and rewatch this. I thought this was all like one big thing, and it looks like it fell apart. So, oh well. I mean, it makes it a little bit easier for us going forward, I guess. Is there a way for us to offer vassalization? No. 192 is the negative for that, so that's okay. The rift is over here. 2354, so they're not maybe not quite as strong, but they're like relatively close to us. So we have to be a little bit careful with them. Oh, and the culture had changed. Okay, so I wonder why. Like, I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. I mean, I'm cool with that. Let's see. Well, no, it says it went back to him, so whatever. I don't know. Maybe that was like a momentary thing for some random reason, but that's all right. Let's see, let's see, let's see. We're gonna hopefully keep getting some pretty decent martial skills here pretty quick because we need to like get some more. We need to get to be able to have more troops. We just need to have more base troops. We need our martial to be up as strong as possible, and we need to get as many of the perks as possible too. So we're just going to keep hoping that we get those, and we're really just hoping that there's no crazy big wars that break out against us anytime in the near future. That way that we can actually do something maybe a little bit later on. Was kind of like looking at right here, there is an option that's called expel monsters, which is only for $100, but I say $100, 100 prestige points. But we have to at least be a distinguished level 2, and we also are not strong enough to quite do it just yet. So we're gonna have to just hold on for just a moment with that. See if there's anything else here that can get us some money. I see the cow pastures. That might be what we end up going with here. Holding taxes is 4. Not really what I'm looking for. I think I'm just gonna go with the cattle pastures, and that should be good there. This is not even ours anymore, so I'm not too worried about that. These are other. This is one of our other pieces of land here. We're going to go ahead and build the quarry there. So the one thing that I kind of want to check on here is this guy here. He cannot. Can he be? He can be. Oh, he's under me. Okay, that's fine. What's his stats look like? Oh, they're not very good for a 12-year-old, but we'll work on that. Do we have a better son? I guess is the question. Do we have a son that's like, I guess can be better? What in the world? Okay, pause for a second. We have a daughter who who follows the code of Malakath, which I'm assuming I think it's the orc. Yeah, it's the orc religion. What in the world? Hello, come on back. Come on down here. Let's talk it out here for a moment. I don't even know what to say about that. This kid's 9 with much better stats. Um, we might be telling this kid to take the vows, and maybe we'll might well we can't right now. Okay, he wouldn't accept it. I was gonna say maybe we'll go to the other son to be the to be our heir because man, he is a little bit better than the other one. So we'll figure it out though. Not too worried about that. That's problems for another day. So let's continue on. We do have one person who can Lord. Okay, we'll let those two guys be our tax collectors, which is good. Assign this guy as our steward. 7 months. This should be finished, which will up us quite a bit in our income. I mean, I say like quite a bit. It's really not that much, but it's enough to make a difference. So, because every little bit helps at this point. Nothing there. Okay, so letting that be. Alrighty, and this one's quarry should also be done relatively soon. He actually has some like human daughters, which is kind of wild. Let's see. Ooh, who's he going to war with? Oh no, he's just raiding. Okay, I was about to say who's he going to war with right now? Because you don't really want. Because I think the orcs might be like one of the larger people that we can actually go for. That'd be somewhat easier for us to take over. Let me see. You gained a great deed for Kingdom of Whiterun Legendary Seed. Any endeavor. Let's go ahead with. We'll do that one right there. That's fine because I like the renown better than I like the two legendary seeds because that those don't really help us out a whole lot there. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And I think on that note, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it. We're steadily working our way to the second level of fame. Once that happens, we will be able to start trying to push over here to these guys. There's a confederation now, which really sucks. Um, Makes losing that last war kind of painful because now they do have enough troops to kind of thwart us. But maybe we can go for Falkreath and actually kind of expel the orcs out of this area. And if we can take this little piece right here, we might be able to get this person right here. So we're just gonna we're just gonna kind of keep looking to see what we can do going forward. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like in the section below. If you want to see more in the future, please subscribe to my channel. It helps out a lot. It means a great deal. And again, guys, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you all next time.